Hello, hello! We are here discussing yet another book. This one is called Faces Along the Stoney Path. It's a thick one. This was written during the time that I was at Johns Hopkins University. I wrote it as part of my independent study and also as part of the National Novel Writing Month in November. Obviously, I went a little over 50,000 words. If you're not familiar with my work, a lot of it's fun to just open up and read. On the back is me with my attorney and my Danish roommate. He was on the Danish national team for lacrosse. Lived with me in Baltimore when I was going to Hopkins. Anyways, let's just open up randomly and see what they got. They got here and we dropped some E. It was my parents' condo at Fort Myers Beach, waterfront, docks with boats out front, opening up to the back corner, the calmer side. The old people were all around us, old enough for them to call my mom kids, so I was the elderly eye candy. They all knew me. I was simply called Princess, as that's how my mom introduced me to the old people. She would go, and she knew nobody would remember my name, so she'd go up and say, "And this is the princess." They might have been a tad wrinkly, but they had energy. Must have been energized by the sun, as I'd always wave hellos, check out on how I'm doing. Let's just give you another section. Okay. One guy actually took the time to explain this to me, as I was too young to know. He was in my film appreciation class, and he sat next to me, witnessing the cop escapade. One of them, he made it his mission to cheer me up, bringing in a nice little stash from Kentucky, showing me a back room, a piano practice room that was basically a closet and a piano, with a piano in it, no windows, just one door that locked, perfect for fish bowling, or putting a towel under the gap of the door, allowing for the room to fill up with smoke. You guys can guess what that was about. It's me being at college in West Virginia. A lot of the story has to deal with West Virginia, so it's very interesting. I lived in West Virginia when I was 18, so let's see what we have here. I dangled chains from metal ceilings, hop out from graves, and control the mummies. Mummies would leap off the walls, powered by air pressure. Pictures would have eyes hollowed out for us to peek through, allowing us to watch when people were coming, giving us the advantage of being able to sneak out at them. That first year we were all eager. Millions of dollars worth of haunted house effects at our disposal to play with, and I was fucking my boss. The rules could be bent, especially when it came to me, and the strict policies were never even made yet, let alone enforced. This goes into me working at Cedar Point as a lifeguard, which is one of the places in the world that has like the most roller coasters in the world. If you've never heard of it, check it out. And it also goes into my college days when a lot of us got in trouble for shooting some pornography. I wasn't in it, I was just going to direct it. So, you know, hey, I'm a photographer and I do videos, so let's see, another trip that we have here. It deals with me getting censored. Half-empty pop containers mounted on the top of bloody rags and junk. He was gone long enough for me to get a good look at how he was living his life, how he had changed, how he had given up, how he had lost everything, huffing like he had actually been somewhere. He said he had to go out now. Ener called the cops, at least I think she did. Somebody sure as hell did, because they came and picked him up, held him in jail while we had to pack up all his house, box up his belongings, brown streaked, cracked open dildos shoved under the bed, porno mags, sticker collection, original artwork, whatever equipment he hadn't pawned, old photos of times not so far away, a dead Indian skeleton clutching a peach pipe, little here and there. These pills here, bottles of this there, knives, needles, cotton wobs, lubricant. People were going to throw it all away, but we rescued what we could grab. That deals with one of my ex-boyfriends who kind of got a little bad into crack and heroin, and his house got foreclosed on, a house that I had sold him to, and, yeah. Okay, different dealing with this. Personally, I wore a costume for my take it or leave it wardrobe, a black and red velvet sleeve corset-style dress known as my Stevie Nicks chauffeuring uniform, which I wore to drive limo at the Coconut House. and drove the Escalade when my friend got arrested for stopping to take a piss at Home Depot. Luckily, the drugs seemed to work perfect for the spot of the vendor at a carnival. Hooray! I got cast to be a carny on Disney's Pizza War, after they yelled at me for having blonde hair and I had to undermine some authority on the issue of my wardrobe. That goes into me working. This whole thing is an autobiography. That particular section was about me working as an extra on a Disney movie. There's all kinds of interesting things in here. A lot of this deals with my college days that some of my other works don't deal with. And I tried to go beyond some of the typical things that were known about me and dive into some of the things that led to me being who I am now. So if you like the books, check out the rat and the website. Thorazaz, down here at the bottom. That's how you spell it. lulu.com/Thorazaz. Look for me on Amazon. If you go to blackwidowbook.com or blackwidowbook.angelfire.com, you will find an interactive book of mine that is pretty awesome. It's like a choose-your-own-adventure style book, so check that out. Check out my books, photography, concert pictures, all that good stuff, and I will catch y'all later.